You can haul your stuff without a trailer hitch. Trailer hitch.
Turn the lights and grab a seat. Pour yourselves a whiskey neat. It's time to judge the shit out of these future releases by the movie trailers. We're trailer hits. This movie might totally suck, but the whiskey sure is going down fine. Yeah, we're trailer hits.
New segment!
Holy shit. Big day, Kevin. Big day.
Yes,
Big day.
it's a big day because we're unveiling a new segment.
A new segment. Yeah, that's why it's a big day.
Yes, of course.
That's the only reason.
So this is our first ever Fresh Off the Lot.
Fresh Off the Lot.
Where
that's a cool name.
New trailer drops, and then James and I just give you a real quick 10-minute, here's what we thought about it.
Yeah.
Now, James.
Yes, Kevin.
What trailer are we reviewing?
What dropped today?
Yes.
Well, it's funny you asked that. The new Star Wars trailer fucking dropped today. I'm just cutting to the chase. I'm not even beating around the bush here.
Yeah.
Star Wars The Last Jedi.
By the way, how do
trailer.
you already have a Star Wars The Last Jedi shirt?
I have my sources. I'm strong in the Force, Kevin. And I'm wearing my BB-8 socks today.
Oh my god, yeah you
check it
came
out.
decked
Check
for
it out.
this.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm anticipating you liked it.
I don't know. I dressed like this before the trailer came out. So,
I mean, you were really hedging your bets on liking this trailer.
I really
There's
was.
a lot riding on
I
this.
really was, yeah. We're just going to dive into it, guys, with this new segment. We're not really going to do a...
Let's stop talking about how we're diving into it and diving into it.
Oh, man, I love it. Let's
just go, man.
Shut up. I loved it. I loved the trailer.
Okay, cool.
I thought it was a good, really solid, interesting trailer. That is my first impression. There's a lot to process for me because we just watched it.
Yeah, not 5 minutes ago.
I'm very... We watched it twice.
Yes.
I'm very fresh. There's going to be a lot of stuff I probably forget about it. That's fine. We'll move on. I'll watch it some more times. A couple more 1,000 times probably. But I want to hear more about you. I'm better at responding to you than coming up with... coming up with original ideas on my own.
Okay. I think you're just fine.
But,
okay, so
you,
here's my hot take on it. So just out the gate, that very first teaser trailer we got, I kind of harped on it.
I didn't mean to rewatch that, and I forgot to rewatch it before this.
Sure. I kind of harped on it for being too similar to the Force Awakens teaser. Because
and it was.
It was like shot for shot, the exact same thing.
It was.
Yeah. And
that didn't bother me, but I think I was able to acknowledge, even in the moment, like, yeah, there's a lot of similarities here.
For sure.
Yeah.
So for this one, it's different.
I know, right? It's really different.
And that's good.
It's a very good thing. Yes.
Yeah. I was kind of buckling up and just thinking to myself, like, all right, like, what sort of stuff are we going to get here? And yeah, I was completely taken aback by this.
Yeah.
Now, my only concern from afar is, The Force Awakens got ragged on a lot for being effectively just a New Hope again.
Rehash.
Another New Hope.
So a new Hope?
A new.
Yeah.
Even newer.
A new.
So, is this just going to be another...
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back,
right.
Thank you.
Empire Strikes Back again.
Yeah, Empire. Right. The Empire just keeps coming, man.
Yeah.
just when you thought you were getting out, the Empire pulls you right back in. Episode 8. So is it just that? I mean, based off of this trailer, this does definitely look like it's pushing the new trilogy into a darker direction, which is what The Empire Strikes Back did. Now, does it look like it is beat for beat rehashing The Empire Strikes Back? At least based off of the trailer? No.
Yeah, it's hard to tell based off of a 2.5-minute trailer. But like
we're going to fucking try.
That's right. That is the point of this. What we are all here for at the moment.
Yeah.
You're right. I think based on this trailer, there's a lot of things that I can't really be like, ooh, this reminds me of Empire. This reminds me of Empire. There's really none of that.
Right. Really, all I have to go off of is, yes, it pushes the series in a darker direction, as did
Empire.
Empire. But that said, I like the directions they're pushing it in.
Yeah.
So this was sort of interesting. So what I really liked about Rogue One, aside from the last 40 minutes, which were just fucking awesome.
It was incredible.
Something that I really liked about the film was it smoothed over what was effectively a plot hole in A New Hope.
That's right. Yeah.
Wait a minute, you're telling me that there's a giant planet-sized ship, but there's one fucking hole in it that if you shoot one fucking missile, it just blows up the entire thing, whackety schmackety do. And Rogue One was like, yeah, there is. Because they meant to do that. Because they had someone from the inside. Yeah.
Sabotage.
And I was like, that's super cool.
Yeah.
And so Kylo Ren is flying a ship. He goes into, like, you know, the tunnels or whatever.
Oh, we're getting right into this, are we?
And so first of all, it sort of gives me the impression that they were like, yeah, that smoothed over that plot hole. That said, you know, the Rebel ships also have the small-ass port. And this time it's just a design flaw. But anyway, disregarding that, I love the emotion that's wrung from that. Because the implication behind it is, and this is probably where if you're like, I don't want to know a damn thing about this movie, just run. Like, because
that's very good to say.
Yeah.
Which people even warned me about with this trailer.
I even looked at you tonight and was like, you sure you want to do this?
Okay, yeah, I personally, after reading a tweet from the director of the movie...
Wait, hang on, I was making a point.
Oh, sorry, get back. Okay, we'll come back to that.
Okay, so now that you've been warned, basically the implication behind that scene was Kylo Ren is going to go and kill Princess Leia, his mom.
It looks that way from this trailer, yes.
There's this great sequence of shots where, like, he flies in, you get his face as he's like, I'm going to murder, and then you cut to Princess Leia on the deck of the ship as she realizes, like, this is what it's come to. Like, my own son is trying to kill me. And then it cuts back to Kylo Ren, and even though he's still got that bad force behind him, you can see it start to level him too. What he's about to do.
And that's why Adam Driver's so great as this character, I think. So.
And I loved that.
Yeah.
I think it helps kind of smooth over. It's not just like, yeah, if you're on the wrong side of the force, you're just like evil. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of liked I like what they did with Vader in the original trilogy, where it's like, yeah, he's a monster, but there's a man in the monster.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of like, because he hasn't gone full Vader. Like, he hasn't, or full Snoke, or...
Snoke with a K.
It's Snoke with a K. I think Snopes is a website.
You know what? I like Snope better. Let's make it a thing.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Snope. And I think that by showing that, it's just kind of giving you the sense of, even though the character is doing this because he feels like he's got to rebel from mom and dad, fuck, they're still mom and dad. And I did. Like, that really worked for me. I did also really like the end button, which if you go to our Facebook or our Twitter page, you can see James lose his shit.
God.
Yeah, I did, man. I did. Overall, I enjoyed the trailer.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Getting back to what you were bringing up about people saying maybe steer clear of this trailer.
Yeah.
Not because it's a bad trailer, because that's not the case. It's a good trailer. I would say it's a great trailer. It does exactly what it needs to do. It entices you. It has exciting stuff in it. It has emotional stuff in it. It has character stuff.
To bring up what you were talking about, what the director had said, his reaction was, I mean, if you want to go in blind, you really shouldn't watch this trailer.
Exactly.
However, I think this is a really good trailer, and I agree with Rian Johnson.
Like, the director of the movie even said, like, look, you probably shouldn't watch the trailer. Like, if you want to go through the motions and feel excited, like, with the movie as it's happening. But having said that, it's a great fucking trailer. So, I think, Kevin, if we did not do a trailer podcast, I could honestly say that I would 100% have not watched this trailer, because I've never seen a movie where the director tells me not to watch the trailer just go in blind, just go in cold.
Well, I feel like a lot of directors would probably opt to say that. You know what I mean?
True, but they don't go out of their way to say that, especially about a billion-dollar company like Disney. Could you imagine?
Don't watch our own marketing.
Could you imagine any other Disney movie?
What are you gonna do? Walt Disney come back from the dead? Fuck you.
Could you imagine any other Disney movie where like Disney would be okay with the director being like, don't watch the trailer.
Yeah, skip it.
Yeah, skip it. It's like, no, it's not a thing. That's what makes Star Wars so special. It's like you don't even have to. Everyone, like, we're gonna see this movie regardless. Sorry, I speak as the Star Wars fan horde.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm a little torn. I'm glad I watched the trailer because I think it was a very, very, very good trailer. The music was incredible in it. I mentioned that while we were watching it. We got some really cool stuff with Finn. Like we were getting like halfway through the trailer and Finn wasn't in it yet, and I'm just kind of like, I'd like to see a little bit more of Finn because they balanced the Kylo Ren stuff really well with the Rey stuff. They threw in a little Poe Dameron, a little Princess Leia, a little Luke Skywalker. And I was just like, where's the third new cast member? Like, I want to see more of Finn. And then he just, like, comes out and, goes fisticuffs with Captain Phasma just, like, instantly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool. I'm there. I'm ready. Didn't see much BB-8, but that's okay. That's okay. I got the BB-8 socks. Who needs BB-8 in the trailer? We know he's there.
What if BB-8 saves Princess Leia? Like, Kylo Ren fires the missile, and BB-8 just like in zero gravity, just like wow.
He's just like
just dives in front of the missile.
He doesn't have any limbs, but he sticks that little lighter thumb out, just like in dramatic tension when he's diving across.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And like the last thing you see of him is just that little lighter thumb floating out into space. And, like, everyone's crying inside the ship. But then all of a sudden you see the light from the lighter flick as it floats away.
And then extinguish because there's no oxygen in space.
I didn't think that one through. Yeah, in retrospect, I probably should have remembered physics.
It's cool, though.
It's cool,
cooler the way you said it.
And you know what? Fuck it. It's Star Wars.
Star Wars, that's right. There shouldn't really be any, like...
There was an explosion.
Exactly.
The Death Star exploded.
There you
Fuck
go.
it. There's fire. Why not?
Perfect.
Anyway.
There's a lot to process. I'm going to be not picking it apart. I'm going to be processing this trailer for a while, for at least a couple days. I'll watch it a couple more times, and we'll see what I think. We'll see what else I pick up. We had a vision, like a physical shot of Supreme Leader Snoke, not just a hologram this time.
Yeah,
looks pretty good.
It really ruined my theory that he was like 2 feet tall.
Hey, it was an extreme close-up, so we don't know perspective yet.
That's fair.
We don't know perspective yet. But yeah, there's a lot in this. There's these new alien things that are apparently called porgs that everyone thinks are super cute, and I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was pretty cute. It's very obviously CG, but like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're not gonna have like a little puppet that tiny that can be that animated. You know what I'm saying?
George Lucas would have.
George Lucas definitely wouldn't have. He would have gone CG all the way.
I mean,
everything.
Like, original trilogy, but then he also made, the new trilogy.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But I thought it was adorable. I think it'll be really fun, especially with Chewbacca. It looks like they're going to do, like, this Chewbacca tiny little porg, like,
well, they're going to have to.
chemistry.
BB-8's exploding.
Yeah.
That's our fan theory. Mark it.
We know, like... I don't want to get into like every little aspect of the trailer. We'll skip to the end. We'll skip to the good part. This is primarily the part, along with Kylo Ren potentially exploding his mother.
Yeah, he also potentially sways Rey to the dark side.
Exactly. And that was the moment of the trailer that I was like, oh, this is the part that everyone is telling me I probably like the reason.
I also feel like the implication that he's gonna kill his mom is pretty huge. Like I'm
No, that was it.
I loved it, but at the same time, I
Yeah.
was like, I probably didn't need to know this before going into the movie.
That was during the trailer. I was like, oh yeah, I wouldn't like. It would have been good to go in cold with this. But I was also like, this is way too early in the trailer for this to be the only reason people are saying that about the trailer.
Oh, you're damn right, yeah.
So I was like, I knew something was coming at the end. But when Rey was talking, I was a sucker. I thought she was talking to Luke at the end there. And then it cuts to the reverse, and it's Kylo Ren holding out his hand in just like the most welcoming, excited way possible. He's just like
I have a buddy?
He's keeping his excitement at bay, but you can tell in his eyes, it's like, this is the best day of my life. Like, I have someone.
Finally, someone else hates my mom and dad as much as I do.
And my Uncle Ben. Yeah. Oh, man. Like, he's a terrible teacher, right? Clearly, that's the way.
You mean Uncle Luke? Did you get a Star Wars name?
Oh, Uncle Ben. Yeah, I don't know why. I confused Ben Kenobi.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but we're not editing this.
No, we're not editing this. I would have edited that out, but no, it's in there now forever. No, I was confusing because it's Ben Solo.
That's fine. I called him Snoke.
Kylo Ren.
I referred to the main villain of the series as a fucking conspiracy website.
But then also Luke is sort of playing like a Ben Kenobi type of character a little bit too.
That's totally
no,
fine.
I needed to explain it.
No, it's fine.
Anyway, Uncle Luke.
Yeah.
Uncle Luke. Anyway, that's clearly the way they're like I said, it's all in the context of the trailer.
You don't know if she accepts or not, but it's the offer's out there.
Yeah, and
it's on the table.
It's the reason it's frustrating from a fan perspective. And from someone who does like going into movies a little bit colder, is that I knew this movie, based on the end of Force Awakens and based off that first teaser, was going to be Rey and Luke training, getting to know each other. We know instantly now that will that goes in a sour direction, and she talks to Kylo Ren, like the villain of the movie, and a complex and deep villain.
Yeah.
He's deep, and he's not evil. He's not mustache twirling evil, but he is the villain.
Yeah.
So we know it comes to that.
Yeah.
Kind of like how we talked about with the Arrival trailer. This was a big fake out.
Correct.
But at the point of the trailer, we quote unquote knew that it came to the military firing missiles at the aliens. Didn't end up being the case.
Correct.
But you see where I'm going.
Yeah,
with
it does
that.
give you, like, as you walk into the movie now, you have this in the back of your mind of, okay, we're heading in this direction with the story.
It's not like, we're watching Rey and Luke.
What could happen is he sticks out his hand and Rey's about to come into the dark side. And then the floating fucking lighter hand from BB-8 that blew up fucking falls from space and just pegs Kylo Ren right in the head.
He killed Leia. Beep, 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 boop, boop, boop.
I'm just saving everybody. I'm BB-8.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Exactly. But yeah, instead of going into the movie and watching Rey and Luke's chemistry and not knowing how it's going to turn out, we kind of already know that they don't really gel. Luke gets afraid of Rey's abilities, of her natural talent, her natural strength in the Force. He says it. He's like, I didn't know to be scared when I saw this kind of power before, but I know to be scared now, so get the fuck off my island is basically what he's saying.
I'm just gonna hang out on this rock.
Yeah,
here.
it's
you do whatever you want elsewhere.
So I'm a little bummed. I am a little bummed that I know it comes to that.
Sure. I mean,
having said that, I'm not totally disappointed that I watched the trailer because it was such a great trailer.
Hang on. Is he 100% implying that is Rey, or is he? Because maybe you could read that as he's just talking about. I mean, I guess Kylo Ren, but Kylo Ren is so whiny that maybe not. But
okay, that's the
fun.
Like,
you could be talking about Professor Snape. I'm just gonna make it a point to get his name wrong.
Yeah,
as
we
much
can
as
we
possible.
can talk about Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, no, Luke. That's the thing about trailers, and we always take that into account. It's always a close-up shot of this and a close-up shot of this, and they could be from completely different parts of the movie.
Yeah, and like bear in mind though, from the perspective of the story of the trailer, which is like, hey buddy, I'm gonna take you under my wing, and then by the end she looks like she might be acquiescing to the dark side. Yeah, then definitely Luke is saying that about her.
Yeah.
And like based off of that, yeah, that is what it looks like, but it is just like that little floating out there. That could be anything. So, before we cut this off, I'd just like to say that, you know, anytime a director gets like swallowed up by a franchise, there's always the question.
What do you mean by that? Like in a bad way? Like they're getting washed up by it?
Not like washed up by it, but like anytime like a director signs up to do a Marvel movie, anytime a director signs up to do a Star Wars movie, the question comes, does that director's voice still come through? You know what I mean? And like Colin Trevorrow row your boat is a bad example because as far as we can tell, the dude doesn't have a voice, and like
he's got a voice, and apparently it's very obnoxious and like self-indulged.
Yeah, dude, you made the Book of Henry. You gotta fucking come down a couple pegs. But like Anthony and Joe Russo,
Excellent.
who did
Winter
Soldier, and also like Arrested Development. You can't really tell it's a movie directed by them, but like that's sort of a weird example because you know who can really pin their style if they have one. But like obviously the styles of Phil Lord and Chris Miller didn't gel with Star Wars, and so now they're not doing anything. And so that when I heard that news, I was like, oh fuck, is Rian Johnson
in trouble?
Yeah, like is he just swallowed up and is like, am I just going to get a movie that looks the exact same as Force Awakens? Which like J.J. Abrams is another dude where like, I mean, lens flare jokes all you want, but like, can you really pin a style to him? I guess he moves his camera a fair bit, but like, it felt like a Star Wars movie.
I'm pretty bad at pegging styles to directors.
Sure.
Like Wes Anderson
is an
Quentin
easy one.
Yeah, Quentin Tarantino.
Tarantino's an easy
Those
one.
are very easy ones. I can do that. But for the most part, I'm notoriously pretty bad at that.
That said, I feel like Rian Johnson's voice still comes through. I mean, like that. That fucking low angle shot where Rey is training on
against the Rock.
Oh, dude,
fucking great, right?
It looks fantastic.
Yeah,
and. I mean, like, I can still definitely get the sense that this is a Rian Johnson movie just as much as it is a Star Wars movie, and that makes me even more excited for it.
Yeah, man, I'm super excited about it as well. And Rian Johnson has been, like, on cloud nine excited to promote this movie from the very beginning until, like, still right now. Mm-hmm. And they're done. The movie's done.
Yep.
And he's still super excited about it. So you know... If you like his movies, which I do, you can rest easy, I think, about at least the director is proud of this movie.
Yeah.
You know, you might not like it as an audience member, but at least the director likes it.
There's at least one person who likes it.
And you can't like bitch about like the studio keeping the director down type of bullshit. He loved it. Yeah. So, yeah, there you go.
All right. So, where are you at?
As a surprise to no one in the world, in the galaxy, Kevin, this is a need to see it for me.
It's also a need to see for me.
Cheers. Fantastic. Well, great. Well, we already bought our tickets.
So, yeah, I mean, you know for a fact we're actually going to see it.
Yeah, we're seeing it. Opening night.
Yeah.
10:30 p.m. Los Angeles Pacific time, whatever. Yeah,
it's
sure.
Pacific, yeah.
Well, fuck, I don't care. It's fine.
I don't care, Star Wars!
I already bought my ticket for my second viewing the following afternoon, just so you know. Just in case anyone was interested. I wanted to
Again, you're
share
really
that
hedging your
with
bets that you're going to like this.
Or not. Or that second viewing will be me to like really understand why it sucked.
Sure.
But I'm not really counting on that.
Nah,
so we'll see. I'm hedging my bets. This was fun, Kevin. I'm glad
we did
we did this, and I know it's mostly you humoring me and my obsession with Star Wars. Look around my apartment and just like marvel at all the Star Wars bullshit.
How about you outro this for us, sir? I'm going to just start counting the Star Wars things I can see from this seat. Okay.
Well, I just wanted to say thank you guys very much for coming by and
posters,
listening to our podcast, even though this was like a bonus episode. And I hope it was exciting for you as it was exciting for me.
2 board games.
And we have that video, our reaction video that we posted on Facebook.
There's a picture there.
Facebook and Twitter that you can check out. And it's pretty exciting. And then we're also on Twitter at Trailer Hitch Pod.
Yes.
Is it at? It's
at Trailer Hitch Pod. That's how Twitter works.
Oh, it begins with the at.
Yeah.
Okay, the at.
Yeah,
no. Okay, that was dumb. We're not editing. We're not editing, Kevin. We're gonna keep it in.
I'm still counting the Star Wars stuff. I'm not done.
We're on Facebook, you guys. Trailer Hitch, Trailer Hitch, right?
Just
on Facebook.
from my seat,
yes,
4 Star Wars books, but I know there's more.
Oh, dude, there's so much more. That's just one shelf. There's the second shelf has
and I just straight up can't see.
There's another Star Wars book over there on.
Well, anyway, thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for listening, guys. Have a great time and to Star Wars. Cheers.
May the Force be with you.
Oh, you too, sir.
You can't mount holy sails without a sailor stitch, and you can't haul your stuff without a trailer hitch.